රස කීපයකට Mexican Qasathilla. Chicken and cheese. Vegetable and cheese. Beef and cheese. Chicken, beef and vegetable.
Today I will show you 3 high-protein quesadillas that are each made in 15 minutes and also 2 sauces that you can add in almost any meal that you cook from now on. The start of quesadillas is a wheat tortilla, and for my recipes I will use a 130 calorie tortilla that has a diameter of 20 cm or 8 inches. If you can find a high-protein tortilla, that would be even better, as they have the same calories but double the protein. A quick tip for tortillas once you open the package. Always try to store them in a Ziploc bag. I will first try to push the air out of it, and if you store them like this in your pantry, they will last way longer and also won't become hard as if you leave them open in the original package. For the filling of the first recipe, I will start with 50 grams of cherry tomatoes. I will cut them into very small pieces. Then I will dice a small yellow onion. You can also use a red one, just make sure that it weighs around 50 to 60 grams. I will also add about a tablespoon of pickled jalapenos to add some heat that also will be chopped. For the protein sauce, I will use 100 grams of extra lean ground beef. This particular one has 5% fat. If you only have access to regular one, it's fine, but will also add double the calories. Also, I will prepare 25 grams of low moisture mozzarella. This is regular cheese and not the fat reduced one, as a lot of people don't have access to it. These are almost all the ingredients for the quesadilla. The only thing missing is the sauce. You will need a blender or a small food processor for this recipe. I will start with 200 grams of 0.2% fat Greek yogurt. You can also use skyr if you want, they have the same macros. Then I will add fresh basil. I bought a small basil plant, but you can also buy the leaves only. You can find them in most groceries. I will use around 20 grams. To add freshness, especially for the summer days, I will also add fresh mint leaves. The combination of both is what really tastes great. Next is a teaspoon or 10 grams of mustard, 10 grams of white vinegar. You can swap this out for another vinegar that you already have, or just squeeze in the juice of a lemon. Then I will add in 15 grams of olive oil. Alternatively, you can add avocado oil if you have. I will add a strong pinch of salt, couple of grains of black pepper, and optional 1 peeled clove of garlic. Close the mixer and blend this now for 20 to 30 seconds. You might need to take the blender off and shake it until the mixer really starts to grip everything and mix it properly. Now, I bought these squeeze bottles from Amazon. I think they are very useful and they are not expensive at all. Now, macro-wise, this bottle has 259 calories and also weighs around 250 grams. I will show you why this is important in a second. This sauce will last you in the fridge for around 5 to 6 days. Okay, before you start cooking quesadilla, please make sure that you have a pan that is big enough for the tortilla. You will regret this if you don't. So a second of spray of oil goes into the pan on medium heat, and then I will start frying the onion. This will take around 2 to 3 minutes until the onion will become translucent and start to become these small dark spots around the edges. This is where I will go in with the beef and try to separate everything with a spatula by pressing it down. I will add a pinch of salt, black pepper, and to add another bit of heat layer, a little bit of cayenne pepper. I will keep frying this now for another 1 to 2 minutes until the meat starts to get brown burnt spots on the surface. This is where I will go in with the tomatoes and the jalapeno. If you add this in too early, the meat will not get the caramelization because of the water the tomatoes release into the pan. After 1 to 2 minutes, I will go in with the cheese and keep frying for another 30 seconds, combining everything just until the cheese starts melting. Then I will transfer everything into the middle of the tortilla. That is, in my opinion, the easiest way to make this. Spread it with the spatula so you have it evenly distributed, and back it goes into the pan. So now I will take a scale and place my sauce on top. Because it weighs the same as it has calories, I can simply add in my sauce. In this case, I added 20 grams and automatically know that it also has 20 calories. So I don't need to make additional math later in my fitness pal. Flip this now with a spatula so it gets the quesadilla form. Salt goes on the outside of the tortilla, and now cook this on both sides on medium-high heat for around 30 to 45 seconds until you have your desired color. And not even 15 minutes later, I have a ground beef quesadilla that comes in with 370 calories, 31 grams of carbs, 15 grams of fat, and 29 grams of protein, plus whatever you add for the sauce. In my case, it's 20 calories more. The second quesadilla starts again with vegetables. I will dice a small onion, and then I will use 1/3 of a red bell pepper. Don't add the entire thing or the quesadilla will become overcrowded and it won't close properly. For reference, this weighs 60 grams. I will first cut this into planks and then into bite-sized little pieces. The protein source for this one will be 100 grams of chicken breast. Chicken breast is one of the best protein sources you can buy and has 22 grams of protein for 100 grams of meat. My butcher already cut this into small strips, but I will also cut this again into even smaller pieces, roughly the same size of the bell pepper. This makes it easier to eat later on. I will again add 25 grams of low moisture mozzarella, and this time I will add a peanut butter based sauce. I will start again with 200 grams of Greek yogurt, but this time instead of herbs, I will add in 20 grams of peanut butter. If you want to add PB2, that's fine, but then I would also add 10 grams of oil as you need the fat for this to taste good. I will squeeze the juice of half a lime, a pinch of salt, black pepper, and this time a couple of dashes cumin. This works very good with the peanut butter. And lastly again, an optional clove of garlic. I will blend this now for 30 to 45 seconds. You will need to remove the blender to shake it up until it starts to mix everything. This sauce comes in with 229 calories and also has 100 calories for 100 grams to make the tracking easier for you. The same as the last sauce, this will last you for about a week. So let's get cooking. This time I will start with onion and red bell pepper on medium heat. I will fry this again for 3 to 4 minutes under occasional stirring until the onion is translucent with the same brown spots on the edges. This is where I will go in with the chicken. You might need to add in another second of oil so everything gets evenly covered, and fry this now for additional 2 to 3 minutes. The chicken will cook in no time because it's so small. For seasoning I will add salt, pepper, and this time about half a teaspoon of turmeric, which is a classic with the chicken. After 3 minutes or so, you will see that the chicken breast has some brown spots on the outside. That's the time where I will add in the cheese and cook this for another 30 seconds until the cheese starts melting, and then do the same procedure as the last quesadilla. Transfer it into the tortilla, spread everything, back into the pan it goes. I will again add 20 grams of my sauce, flip the tortilla, fry both sides until it has a nice color. Don't forget to add salt, and there you go. This chicken quesadilla comes in with 365 calories, 32 grams of carbs, 14 grams of fat, and 32 grams of protein, plus again 20 calories from the sauce I added. So let's make the last and also my personal favorite one. This one will start a bit different. I will first slice a third of an avocado, remove the flesh, and add it into a bowl. This weighs 60 grams. Then I will add half of the weight, in my case 30 grams of 0.2% fat cream cheese. I will squeeze in the juice of half a lime, add in salt, pepper and garlic powder, and now we'll smash this with a fork until it becomes a thick paste-like consistency. This will be easier the more ripe the avocado is because it becomes soft over time. For now, set this aside. For the vegetable, I will once again start with dicing a small onion, but this time I will pair this with a vegetable that will add bitterness. I will use 100 grams of pak choy. You can also use broccoli or spinach, all work perfect. I will cut this into smaller chunks. So, because I already have plenty of fat from the avocado, I will only add 100 grams of egg whites instead of whole eggs to lower the calories a bit. For the cheese, I will use 1 slice of American cheese. This one has 60 calories. I feel like American cheese just works best with eggs, but you can totally add mozzarella again. So before starting to cook, I will first add the avocado dip on top of the tortilla and spread it to make a base where I will add the eggs on top. So let's get cooking. I will start with olive oil and frying the onion and pak choy medium-high heat for about 2 to 3 minutes. I will also already add salt and pepper because the rest of the recipe can become quite hectic. So as soon as vegetables have color, about 3 minutes later, I will add in the egg whites and immediately follow up with the cheese. Start combining everything with a spatula so it doesn't stick at the bottom, just for 15 to 20 seconds. Now I will lay my tortilla on top of the eggs with the base pointing to the bottom and press it down. I will loosen the eggs from underneath with my spatula, then I will put a plate on top of the tortilla, and if you have done this right, you can flip the pan and have all the eggs spread on the tortilla. Almost perfect. From here it's again the same procedure. Flip the tortilla and fry both sides until you have a nice golden brown color, about a minute, and there you go. This egg white quesadilla comes in with 398 calories, 39 grams of carbs, 19 grams of fat, and 25 grams of protein. You can absolutely switch these sauces however you want, they are really delicious. Check out my Patreon in the description if you want to support my channel. Click on this video to see how you can make a super easy beef and broccoli, and see you there.